Hello everyone, my name is Rembrandt and today we'll be discussing a LeetCode problem called 2Sum. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button below and leave me a comment with anything that you can provide. Any feedback you give will be greatly appreciated. I am trying to do more of these videos. I'm trying to do more tutorials, more LeetCode problems, pretty much anything and everything that's dealing with the code I want to do. So the more of you that subscribe, the more videos I can release to you. So let's get into the problem. I will be doing the first problem here in LeetCode. It will be done in JavaScript, and I have a couple of ways of doing this problem, and we'll look at both of those solutions, and you can see which one you like the most, which one you dislike the most, and leave me a comment again letting me know what you like and dislike about the two solutions. So let's get into it. So given an array of integers, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. So we're given a lot of information in this sentence here. We're told that we have exactly one solution, and we cannot use the same element twice. So given an array, we have one solution in that array, and we can't use the same element twice. So we have a target 9 here, and we need to find two elements in the array that add up to 9. So if you traverse this array and you start at 2, you say, hey, what value adds up to 9? So what we can do is we can say, hey, 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. So now we're looking for a value of 7. So we traverse the array and look at that. It's in the second index. So we return that, and we say return 0, 1. So how do we do that in code? We can do that with a map, and we can declare a new map here, and we want to iterate through the array. So we'll do a standard iteration of the array, which is not bigger than the length of the array. And first we want to check to see if the value is in the map, and we do that by saying if map has the target minus nums at I, we will return those values. And we'll return it by getting the value from the map. So map.get whatever the target minus nums at I is, and the indice that we're currently at. Otherwise, we will just set the nums at I and the indice that we're at. And if anything else fails, we return an empty array. So that's solution 1. Let's run the code first to make sure that we didn't break anything. That works. Let's submit it. Awesome. So the runtime is 71% faster than submissions. Memory usage is pretty trash, but I'm pretty happy with the solution. It could be faster. I'm not too sure how much faster you can get it, since this is O of n. So unless someone's doing some micro tweaks, or maybe my computer's just not fast enough. But yeah, that's solution number 1, using a map. Now we're going to use the object method. So let's just declare the 2Sum again, which takes in nums and a target. And let's call it a hash. Let's iterate through the hash, or through the object. Or not through the array. So we'll do the standard array iteration again. And then we can declare It'd probably be best to declare the nums. Yeah, let's just do this. We could have done the same thing here, but I mean the same thing above. I think this would be a cleaner way of looking at it. So we'll say that, let's look at the key value pair of target minus n, and if that's equal to undefined, not equal to undefined, then we're going to want to return the value at the hash same thing as above. That's why I said this is very similar. So we return the hash, the key value of the target n, and if not, we will set whatever the value is at hash n equal to I. So we can look at this in Chrome Developer Tools. We'll create a snippet for both of them. We'll see what they're doing. Oh, let me actually submit this first, make sure that this works. Awesome. So it is a little bit faster. Now let's take a deeper look. Let's create a new snippet. We'll call it, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Actually, let's rename this to map. Awesome. Now we declare toSum. Let's take the example that we have, but modify it a little bit. So best case scenario is that we find the value at 0 and 1. Worst case is that we find it at 0 and whatever n minus 1 is. Or the length of the array minus 1. And then we take in a target. Let's do 17 so we can look at these two. Set our breakpoints. And let's run it. So we declare our array, our target is 17. We see that our map is currently empty. Let's step into the function, stepping into the array. Now we're here, it's checking to see if it has the value target minus nums at I, which in this case would be 17 minus 2. So it doesn't have that, so it should set, right? So we skip the return, and now we're going to set the value at nums I, and then the indice at that we're at. So it should return 2. The map should be 2, have a key value of 2 and 0. Yep, so we get 2 and 0. So we continue through, and this is where we get to 15. So it should check to see that nums at I, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, target minus 15, is going to equal 2. So we see that it's going to return, it's going to say, hey, we do have key value 2, 0. And we're going to return, we're going to enter the return now. And now we're going to set, oh no. Yeah, then we're going to get, sorry, I got confused. We're going to get the value target minus nums I, and then we're going to return the indice that we're currently at, which should be 3. So we should return 0, 3. And here's the answer below, 0, 3. All right, now let's create the snippet for the hash map. Same thing here. Let's not do it there. Let's not do it there either. Since we only really care about what this is doing, I'm only going to set the 3 breakpoints there. Again, to sum. Let's mix up some values here. 4, 5, 10, 15. Let's do 30 and 24. And let's do 45. Let's do the middle stuff. Okay, so let's run this. All right, now let's create the snippet for the hash map. Same thing here. Let's not do it there. Let's not do it there either. Since we only really care about what this is doing, I'm only going to set the 3 breakpoints there. Again, to sum. Let's mix up some values here. 4, 5, 10, 15. Let's do 30 and 24. And let's do 45. Let's do the middle stuff. Okay, so let's run this. We declare our array. Our target's 45. Our hash or our object right now is empty. So let's step through. We check to see if it's in the object. We don't see anything in the object, so we skip the return. Then we set the value at nums I, which is 2, equal to the indice, and then we'll get our key value pair like that. So you should see hash populating with 4, 0. Then we step through. Next situation should be 5, 1. Next key value should be 5, 1. So on and so forth. 10, 2. Right? You see the pattern here. 15, 15, 3. Now that I know the next one is going to be the value that we're looking for, it's going to return 3 and 4, since it's going to look into the hash target and it's going to say, hey, do we have this value, target minus n, which is 45, minus 30, which we do have. We have a 15 in there, so that evaluates to true. And now we return the indice, and then whatever indice we're at. So there should be, you see the 15, we should get the 3 and 4. Awesome, so there is our 2 solutions. If you like this video, remember to subscribe. Leave me a comment below letting me know what you guys think. And until next time.